videos after we're done with this winter training to do these workouts. They're the workouts that keep us going through the biking and the running and all that kind of that stuff. They keep us injury free, especially women. If you have any young girls that are athletes with you in your house, any high schoolers, try and get them to hang out with you and do these. Let's keep their ACLs or MCLs all safe. So all you need today is a band, a mat, and some space to move around. You can wear shoes if you've got any ankle injuries. You got any injuries, feel free to keep shoes on. I'm going to do this one barefoot. And let's just go ahead, get started warming up. Bring those hands behind the head. Open that chest up, and I want you to take it to a little back bend. And then slowly fold forward like you're going into a deadlift, pressing the hips back, weight in between the feet, and then squeeze those glutes as you push up. And open that heart back up. Good. Moving through these two. Taking some deep breaths. Squeeze the glutes together. Just kind of scanning the body, seeing how it feels. As we come down, take a look at those knees. Notice if they creep in. If you rock out onto the outside of your feet. If you death grip into the toes. And just kind of try to even out the feet. Keep the knees tracking straight forward. And really think about squeezing the glutes to help you come up. 10 more seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab that red band. You're going to put it through your hands like so. Thumbs are out. We're just going to take that band overhead. Using your core to control your legs, you're going to lunge forward, twist over that front leg, pulling with that tricep. Come back to center and step it back. Good. Forward lunge. Bring those hands down. Use that tricep to pull it over the front leg. Back to center. Use that core to step it back. Good. Pressing those back hips forward as you come down. Trying to sink that front knee to 90, but if it doesn't feel good, if 90 puts strain on your knee or 90 pushes you rocking forward, press it back. Make sure that knee is over the ankle. You can hold it up a little higher and twist. Do what your body needs here. This is the warm-up. Good. If the band isn't working for you, take the band out. Just step it forward without the band. Twist, reaching back. Good. Excuse me. Pull that belly button in as you twist. 10 more seconds. Lunging it forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that band off to the side. Bring those hands back overhead. Feet out wide, a little wider than shoulder width apart. Knees and toes go the same direction. So if your toes flail, your knees flail. You're going to squat. Keep that chest up. Come up. Use those obliques to crunch. Elbow to knee. Good. Weights heavy in the heels. Keep your chest up nice and tall. Remember that back bend we did in those good mornings to start. Hold that squeeze. Hips come back. Using that core to land nice and softly. Pull that belly button in as you come down. Squeeze the glutes as you come up. Keep that head up if you can. 10 seconds. Pull in tight through the core to lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those feet in. Reach those hands up overhead. Bring them down to the ground. Walk it out. High plank. Right knee outside of the right elbow. Left knee outside the left elbow. Walk it back. Stand it up. Good. Moving through this at your own pace. Holding high plank. Bringing the knees out and around to work on that hip mobility as well as some core strength. And reaching up, looking tall at the top. If you're feeling tight, maybe you hold that stretch a little longer. If you want more core strength, maybe you hold that plank a little longer. 30 more seconds here. Listening to our body, what we need today. Keeping the core tight, keeping the glutes squeezed together. 10 seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's meet in high plank. Pull that belly button in. Squeeze the glutes together. Always an option to drop those knees. Just make sure if you drop them, they're dropped back behind the hips. Breathe out any doubt. Breathe out any heaviness you brought into this workout. We've got about 35 minutes of work to focus on strengthening ourselves. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Walk it back, hands to the feet. And bring it on up. Grab that band. We're going to place that band right around our ankles. We're going to do a 45-degree step with a side step. So we're going to draw, or step, I guess, a box. You're going to hold a low half squat, side step to the side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, holding that same squat, we're going to go to 45-degree walk. We're going to step with the right leg to 45, left comes. Left 45 for 2, 3, 4. Then side step for 4, back to the right. Then reverse, 45-degree angle. For 4. Then side step to the left for 4. We're making a box. Side step, 45-degree angle step, side step, 45-degree angle step. 1 minute, constant movement. If you don't have room for 4 in your house, do 2 steps. If you don't have room for 2, just do 1. Try and do 2 forward though. If you have lots of room, do 8. I don't care, just make a box. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1. Sitting those hips back. It's 4 steps, if you can. If you want to do 6, do 6 steps. Making sure you control the band the whole way through. So when that leg is stepping to center to meet the other foot, you're controlling that band back in. We're not letting it control us. We're sitting low. The lower we sit, the more we're going to burn. And we're keeping our focus on those glutes and those hips. Halfway, making sure the knees are tracking right over those toes. When we feel the burn, we sit into the burn. We sit into the struggle, the challenges, because that's what makes us stronger. We don't stand up. We don't give up on them. That's not why we showed up today. 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to keep that band where it is. Really working on pushing those knees out so they're tracking right over the center toes. Hips, knees, toes. We're going to take it to a squat. Pulse, 1, 2, 3. Come up. If you have tight hips and your feet flail a little bit, that's okay. Make sure, though, your knees flail with those feet. Here we go. Pulse. Squat, pulse 3 times. Pop it up. Squat down, pulse 3 times. Pop it up. We got 1 minute constant movement. Here we go. Stand it up. When you stand up, squeeze those glutes together. Look up. So often when we squat, we look down. We round that neck. We come down here. Makes it harder for us to breathe. We're focusing on the ground. Nothing great is on the ground. Look up. Look out your window. Look at the posters on your wall. Good. Thinking about sitting back. Sitting those hips back. Reaching for that chair behind you and then squeezing those glutes as you come up. Trying to minimize the amount of time We spend up. Really want to think about pulsing lower. Squeeze the glutes to come up. 10 seconds. Can you pick up the pace? For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leaving that band where it is. We're going to come to low plank. On the elbows, you're just going to squeeze the glutes to lift the heels to the sky. One at a time. 1 minute, low plank, heels to the sky. Let's go. So elbows are right under the shoulders. Squeeze the belly button in. You're squeezing the glute to lift the heel. Again, look down and slightly in front of you to keep that head in line with the spine. Don't let that head collapse. Good. Always an option to just hold high plank and we reach the point of fatigue, or drop the knees to the ground. Never an option to quit completely. We've got this. We can keep it going. We just have to believe in ourselves. 20 seconds. Use the core to control the down. Almost there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that band up to mid-thigh. Sit it on down onto your mat. Band is mid-thigh. It can be a little higher, a little low. Just make sure it's not right on the knee. We're going to take it to a 1 minute clamshell with a leg lift. So, clamshell first, just like we always do. Feet together. We're going to squeeze the glutes to open the knees apart. Bring it back down. Then we're going to lift hip, knee, foot, straight up and down. So clamshell, keep the knee bent, straight up and down, then clamshell. Good. So the knee, top knee stays bent in that clamshell position the whole time. It's just whether or not we're lifting the foot up. 1 minute each side. Here we go. Making sure that top hip stays over the bottom hip and thinking about squeezing the glutes to lift the knee. When we're doing those clamshells, I like to really think about digging my heels together to fire up those glutes. These are rehab exercises, or if we do them before, they're prehab exercises. Keep us from needing the rehab. I'd much rather do these to stay healthy than have to do them to recover from an injury. Again, keep the focus in the glutes. If you need to, grab onto them, feel them, fire them up. 15 seconds. Glute squeezes to lift the knee. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip sides. If you need to, adjust that band. Again, line the knees and the feet up. Clamshell, you're going to squeeze. Keep the feet together. Leg lift. Lift everything up, getting a little higher. Alternating between those two, but staying focused on the glutes the whole time. Head can rest on your hand. You can straighten your arm out. Head can rest on your arm. Whatever feels comfortable for you. And you can play around with where your knees are a bit. Find out where you feel your glutes activate the most. Stay present in your body. Know that every body is slightly different. We got to find out what works in our range. We want to move with purpose. We want to move with correct anatomy and alignment. But we also need to recognize where our alignment is in our body. Our hip to knee ratio is different than our buddies. What I do might not be what you do. Now there are some rules. We want to make sure our knees and toes track. We want to make sure we're firing those muscles up. But follow what your body is asking you to do. Listen to it. For 3, 2, 1. All right, sit it back up. You're going to bring that band onto your feet, onto the soles of your feet. Flex those feet. So the band is like so. We're going to take it to bicycle sit-ups or runner sit-ups. So try to keep the knees a little more over the hips. You're going to kick one foot out, crunch up to bring opposite knee to opposite elbow. Bring the elbow farther than the knee, back to center. Really focus on pushing out with that heel on the opposite foot. Here we go, 1 minute. Pulling the belly button in. So often in core work, I see us stick the core out to get into the movement. All that's doing is training our muscles to stick out. It's better to shorten the movement if you need to and focus on pulling in. Good. Make sure on that transition, we're using the glutes and the core to slow it down. We're not letting that band whip us back in. When it comes to this exercise, the slower, the better. How far you kick out is based on how tight your band is. 15 seconds. Can you crunch up a little more? For 3, 2, and 1. Sit on up. Grab that band. Thread it around your palms like so your thumbs are out. We're going to straighten those legs out. Come down to the mat. Option 1, you're going to pull that belly button in. You're going to sit up. Twist before you get all the way to the top. Using those triceps, and then slowly roll it back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Option 2, you sit all the way up tall, and then twist. It's going to take a little pressure off your lower back, and then come back down. Option 3, you pulse up to center and twist, bring your triceps to the ground, and come back down. 1 minute roll-ups, here we go. Trying to pull that band taut with your hands the entire time. Yes, this is banded glutes and core, but let's get a little shoulder work in there too. Why not? It's a freebie. It's a bonus. When we come down, there's going to be a spot where you're like, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. Oh, shoot, I don't got it. On that spot, I want you to think about pulling that core in tighter, scooping that belly button in so you stay in control the whole time. Chin off the chest. Focus on looking at the spot where the ceiling and the wall meet. Dig those heels into the ground as you come down. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. We are going to go through that all again. So, standing on up. Bring that band on to the ankles. We got some twists we'll add into some of the exercises, but this first one, same thing. Side step, 45-degree step, side step, backwards, 45-degree step. 1 minute, constant movement. Here we go. Sit those hips back and really focus on that back leg, slowing that band down. The wider you step, the greater you stretch that band, the greater you're going to stretch out of your comfort zone. We want to get out of that comfort zone, even out of that comfortably hard, that moderately hard. Let's just get to hard. Let's get to glutes burning. Let's get to muscles working. Why not? That's what we're here for. Use those glutes to pick up that back leg. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Squat. But this time you've got the option of squat, pulsing like before, or squat, step out, in, stand it up. 1 minute, either squat pulls or step outs. In 3, 2, 1. So we're either pulsing just like before or step out. Don't do what is easiest for you. Do what sucks the most. Maybe alternate. For me, pulsing sucks because I want to pulse up. I don't want to pulse down. Glutes stay pulled in together. Core stays tight the whole time. Squeeze those glutes as you stand up. Halfway. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. 10 seconds. Keep that chin off the chest. For 3, 2, and 1. Low plank, glute lift. Low plank, glute lift. 3, 2, 1. Hold in low plank. Elbows right under those shoulders, squeezing the glutes to lift the heels to the sky. Belly button pulled into the back of the spine. Squeeze those glutes to lift up. Option to come to high plank. You need to switch it up. Option to just hold. Option to drop to the knees. Keep those hips down. Over halfway. We got it. Squeeze the glutes to lift the heel. Squeeze the glutes to control the foot back down. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring that band on up to mid-thigh. Clamshell, leg lift. Left leg to the sky, right leg on the mat. Head rests on your hand or on your arm. 1 minute. Here we go. Clamshell, then straight up glute lift. Core stays tight, pushing that top hip forward so it stays over the bottom hip, and keeping our focus on the glutes. So often we let our mind wander. We let it get distracted, especially when we're working out from home. Stay focused. Give yourself this time now to show up for you so you can show up for the to-do list and the people in your life after. Over halfway. Squeeze that glute. I feel my glutes burning. Remember, you can play around where your knees are to activate the glutes. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Flipping sides. Get situated, get those hips stacked on top of each other before you go. 1 minute clamshell lift. Can you slow the back down? Can you slow the leg down as it comes down? We want to fight that band the entire time. We want to struggle against the band every rep, every movement. Keep it focused. If the glutes get tired, the quads are going to want to take over. Don't let it happen. Stay present in those glutes. 15 seconds. 10. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on over onto your back. Move that band onto your feet. Keep those feet flexed. Runner sit up or banded bicycle sit up, whatever you want to call it. Knees stay lined up with the hips. Here we go. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Focus on pulling the belly button in and down and kicking that straight leg heel away. Slow down the return to center. The slower you go on this one, the more the muscles have to work because they're not letting momentum help them out. Halfway. Pull the belly button in. Hollow out the stomach. Firing up those hips and the core here. 10 seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull that band up. Straight leg roll up or straight leg crunch with a twist in 3, 2, and 1. The movement comes through your core. We want to see how slow down we can go. Lengthening the space between our tailbone and our collarbone when we're seated up. Excuse me. Use those triceps to pull. Good. Halfway. Keep those shoulder blades squeezed together. Ten seconds. Can you reach up a little higher? For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Pop it up. We're doing that all one more time. Bring that band onto the ankles. Side step to 45-degree step. I want you to hold it lower than you have any time. 1 minute, constant movement. 3, 2, and 1. 4 steps, or whatever you're working with. Remember to control that back leg. Sit it down a little lower. Don't doubt it. Don't debate it. Just do it. Just trust me that you can sit a little lower. 20 seconds. You're not coming back here, so make it count. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat, pulse, or squat, leg lift. 1 minute in 3, 2, 1. Do what's more challenging to you. Spend as little time standing straight up as possible. If we're stepping out, make sure you control that band back in. And if we're stepping out, we're holding that squat through the step. We're not standing up, we're not halfway standing up. Just over halfway. Sit those hips back. You should be able to see your toes. Ten seconds. Sit it a little lower. Come on. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Low plank this time. Option 1, you stick with the glute lift. You lift up, come out, lift up, come in. So you're making kind of a little C, alternating sides. You decide, straight glute lift or up, out, up, in. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the glutes to stay in control the whole time. Always an option to come up to high plank. Always an option to just take a break in holding the plank. Never an option to quit on yourself. Keep pulling that belly button in tight. 20 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. We got it. Last time here. Again, low or high plank. Keep it strong. Believe in yourself for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on down. Clamshells, bring that band up to mid-thigh. 1 minute, clamshell, leg lift. Glutes are lifting you through it. Here we go. Squeeze the glute down. Repetitive exercises. It's easy to let the mind wander because we've been here before. We feel like, well, I've already done this. I want you to stay focused. Stay focused. You'll get more out of your muscles. You'll get more out of these minutes. That's what we're here for, to get the most out of it that we can. Can you lift that leg a little higher? Squeeze that glute a little tighter. We're halfway. Still pulling that core in. Everything we do today is a core exercise. Notice where your mind is going. You control what thoughts are going through your head right now. You control what you're getting out of this moment. For 3, 2, and 1. Flipping sides. Line the top hip on top of the bottom hip. Stack those knees up. Stack those ankles up. Clamshell. Leg lift. Let's go. We can't always control what happens. You can't control what I'm going to say we're going to do in the class. You control how you respond to it. You control what you get out of it. Just like in everything in life. We can't always control what happens to us. Sometimes we can, but sometimes things just happen. We can always control how we respond to it, how we react from it, what we gain out of it, what we learn. Let's gain everything we can with every glute lift right here. 15. Squeeze those glutes a little harder. We're not coming back to this. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Runner sit up. Band the bicycle sit up. Bring that band down to the feet. Flex those feet. Really keeping the feet flexed this whole time. Bringing those elbows to meet the knees. Let's go. Scoop that stomach out. Bringing the elbow more to the knee than the knee to the elbow. That's going to require us to crunch up. Bringing the knee in doesn't require as much of a crunch. Bringing the elbows and the upper body up requires a little more in that core. And that's what we're here for. Using the glutes to push away. Stretch that band out. You break it, awesome job. There's more. I got plenty. I'll mail you one. They're cheap. 20 seconds. Making sure it's our strength, not momentum. Moving us side to side. option, if you're rolling all the way up, to pull center, pull side, pull side. If you're laying on the ground and you're crunching, you can still pulse, pulse, pulse. If you want to pulse twice in the center, you want to go center, side, go for it. I don't care. You're in your own kitchen or your living room or your garage. You're going to do what you want to do. 1 minute roll up, option to add in the pulse. Last time we're rolling up. 3, 2, and 1. If we're pulsing by pulling that belly button in tighter to just give a little movement to the shoulders and the chest. It doesn't have to be a big movement. But the core is staying in control. If we're twisting, the core is still staying in control. Just over halfway. Squeeze the belly button in as you lower. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. One last thing. Roll it on over. High plank. High plank. Hands right under those shoulders. Pressing those heels to the back wall. Squeezing those glutes together. Scanning how we're feeling. This is a great workout to do as a warm-up to a run or a bike ride if you've got the extra time. Squeeze those glutes tighter. Pull that core in tighter. The goal is not to hold a plank as long as you can. The goal is to see how quickly can we get those muscles to fatigue. How quickly can we get those muscles to shake? Because that's the only way they're going to get stronger. And we can get them there faster by actively thinking about squeezing them in tighter. 15 more seconds here. Pull that belly button in. It's our last 15 seconds of work for the day. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Press those heels to the ground. Press the chest towards the quads. Shake that head out, yes, no. Now, however you want, come to seated with your legs out in front. Left leg straight out in front. Hug that right knee in. Chest up nice and tall. Remember, in our workouts, unless you're joining me for an athletic stretch, we do not stretch enough. Take time throughout the week to stretch, to foam roll. Good. You can stay here, or you can take that right arm up, reach it back behind, bring that left arm up, left arm on the outside of the right knee, and twist. Still sitting up nice and tall. These glutes and core workouts are not the workouts that leave us like huffing and puffing, exhausted at the end. But they're the workouts that make those workouts a little more productive. Good. Unwind. Cross that right ankle over the left, leg straight out in front of you. Sit up nice and tall and fall forward. Every workout doesn't have to be, and every workout shouldn't be high intensity all out. Our bodies need to work differently with each exercise. And so often, I know I do it. I run hard, I bike hard, swim hard. I feel like I'm doing 3 different exercises. I'm really just doing the same thing in different forms. Good. Sit on up. Right leg straight. Hug that left leg in. So if you're like me, you like a lot of HIIT classes, you like a lot of endurance work, take the time to do this small stuff, to stay present, to stay committed to your health. You can stay here, or you can reach that left arm up, twist it behind, reach that right arm up, twist a little deeper as you bring that right elbow to the outside of the left knee, and look over that left shoulder. Sitting up nice and tall, making sure both sit bones are even on the mat. And slowly unwind. Bring that left ankle, cross it over your right. Sit on up, reach up tall, and then fall forward. Let the head hang heavy. Good, sit on up. Bring those feet together. Butterfly stretch. Want you to think about sitting up tall, pushing the sit bones back and down, and then pulling your chest forward. If you want to gently press your hand or your elbows into your knees, you can. But again, be gentle on those joints. You can lift and lower, wave those wings of the butterflies if you want. You can rock side to side, find where you feel this a little deeper. And release. I want you to straighten those legs out in front. Slowly roll down and hug those knees into your chest. Rock side to side, front to back. Release that lower back. And then real quickly, let the head lay down on the mat. Let the legs stretch out long. Let the arms rest at your side. Close your eyes for a second. Release the tension in your face. Release the glutes. You don't have to suck the belly in right now. We're laying down. And take a few breaths to scan your body, to thank the muscles for the work they did, not to judge them, not to critique them, to be grateful for them. Our bodies are perfect in their own imperfect ways. Be grateful for all that it gives you. With one last deep breath, thank the body for the work that it did today. Thank the mind for allowing the body to work. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the body, and slowly, however you want to, come on up to seated. You are all done. Awesome job today. As always, shoot me an email with any questions, any requests. Even though it's our last month of winter run training, I am happy to help you get through the spring as well. Take care.